Our cars, we give them flair, we give them dents, we even give them names. This is how their character is built. I've made it my goal to find the cars with the most personality and the stories behind them. This is Tite Rides.
Know the ropes, all the screws and bolts, I'm an outlaw. Raps on the truck, but your paint got a slight flaw. 30-inch rim sitting high, get your lockjaw. Got a light dent, try to hide it with the right bra. Rare paint job, hit the city after nightfall. Duties on the back, sounding like a chainsaw. I'm a dreamer, my ride is a vision. Got the coupe souped up with the plates, go fishing. Listen to my highs and my lows, got the whooper hitting hard, this here is a KO. No, down for the count, Tite Rides, put it down, what's next coming out?
Hey guys, I got an email this week from a family here in Indy, and they have a little boy that's 7 years old, and his name's Isaiah. He happens to have autism, and they want to bring awareness and educate people about autism. And they just so happen to have a Chevy S10 that they don't drive much. What's your idea?
Well, if we're going to bring awareness, we're going to have to do something really vibrant with bright colors, something that's exciting and different.
The main thing for autism is puzzle pieces. So let's start the idea with puzzle pieces and just do puzzle pieces all over the entire truck.
So maybe airbrush puzzle pieces, or what are you thinking?
Whatever the colors for autism happen to be, we can match that.
And the big thing with S10s is a lot of people tend to lower them. You know, let's lower it, airbag it, make it slam on the ground. It's a really common thing with S10s, and with it being bagged, you can take it to car shows and spread the word even more through the car show scene.
Definitely going to have something pretty loud in it, something that you can hear the truck coming before it actually pulls around the corner.
I think that'd be really cool. Custom paint.
So we're doing this truck for autism awareness, and the symbol for autism is a puzzle with one piece missing. So we came up with the idea of painting the entire truck as a gigantic puzzle and only leave one piece of the puzzle out. So it'll be a multicolored paint job, all different colors all through it, with one single piece missing off the truck.
New wheels.
All right, so what we've got here is an S10 with a factory 15-inch wheel, which almost has an off-road style tire on it. It gives the truck a little bit of a lift. We're gonna be lowering this truck with an air ride suspension. So what we're gonna need to do is go with a smaller, more performance tire. And what I've got here is an 18-inch wheel with a low profile tire, which is gonna tuck nicely in the fenders once the truck actually lowers down onto the ground.
Sound system.
We're gonna be putting a large sound system in this truck, which is gonna require a lot of space. And because Pat has kids and needs the cab space for his kids to sit in the back, we're gonna have to put everything in the bed of the truck. In order to do that, to get the sound to travel from the bed to the cab, we're gonna have to cut a hole out between the cab of the truck and the bed of the truck and fill it with a rubber boot, which will keep the water out of the cab and out of the bed. So all of his speakers and amplifiers and his batteries, all of his power is gonna be located back here in the back of the truck.
Custom air ride suspension.
We're also going to be putting an air ride suspension on this truck, and this is going to eliminate this gap here and give Pat the full adjustability to lower his truck down when it's parked. So the whole frame of the truck will be sitting on the ground and be able to lift it back up when he wants to drive away, which will give him the ground clearance and the turning clearance he needs to be able to drive.
While the guys are starting on the truck, I wanted to head over to meet Pat and Michelle, the parents of Isaiah. Isaiah was diagnosed with a form of autism when he was 18 months old. I was interested in Isaiah's story and how his journey inspired the transformation of the autism truck. Michelle, you're the proud mother of Isaiah. Tell us how you knew that something possibly was wrong with Isaiah.
Isaiah wasn't reaching any milestones, approximately about 18 months of age. Noticed an extra reflex that he may have had. He wasn't talking, speaking. At that time, we went to the psychiatrist at Riley. It took us an hour evaluation, and after evaluating Isaiah for that 1 hour time, he was diagnosed with PDD-NOS.
And you also told me some things that were kind of heartbreaking that had to be done to Isaiah. Can you just touch on that a little bit and how that upset you, but what it did in the long run for him?
Right. Developmental preschool, Isaiah had to be restrained in a booster seat. He also had to have ankle weights on his wrists to keep him from flapping when he was extremely excited, and we thought it was cruel. As a parent, I'm thinking, what happened to my little boy? What are they doing? But in the long run, what had happened was it taught Isaiah structure. that at circle time he was to sit there and be patient. And the weights helped Isaiah from not to flap so much or be in other kids' way from being overly stimulated or being excited. As far as early intervention, we had the therapist come out here an hour at a time, 3 different therapists. The reason for the intervention was that we didn't want Isaiah to be behind all the other kids. We want our child to be as normal as possible.
And you told me earlier that he's a high functioning
Yes,
autism, and that's probably from the early
intervention.
teaching and the intervention. So it really paid off.
Yes, it did.
Here it comes.
After meeting Isaiah, it was hard to believe he had any kind of disability. He acted like any fun-loving 7-year-old boy, playing on his backyard jungle gym and running around the yard playing hide-and-seek with his brother and sister. He was even able to fully interact with me while he played video games.
Do my homework if I have any, except Friday.
What's special about Friday?
You don't have any homework.
Yeah.
Fishing and going to or grandma's.
Fishing? Now, what kind of fish do you like to catch? Because you know I'm a fisherman too.
A bluegill.
Does your
And
mom
fish.
does she cook the fish or do you just throw them back?
We throw them
We
back.
just throw-
We just catch them.
We kiss next time I kiss the fish, I'll just kiss it on my hand and then put them on
Oh, that's so sweet.
Instead of just kissing.
Hey, what's something special about your brother and sister? Did I hear right that they're twins?
it. Yeah, they're twins.
They are?
Because they're both like the same.
Would you say that your brother and sister are your best friends?
Yeah.
Let the blue
What'd you
things.
call them a minute ago?
My BFFs.
Your BFFs? You've got a truck out there that we're going to do some things to. What made you even think about having a truck for autism awareness?
Well, really wanted to kind of pay it forward to the people who's helped, with Isaiah, with, getting him, where he is today. Wanted to go spread awareness to other people who don't, or who has maybe autistic children but don't know that they have autism. Maybe, help them.
And are you going to try to have the truck in parades and just lots of functions here in the state?
Anywhere possible.
Pat, when you picture the truck in your head exactly the way you want it, what are some of the things that you would like to see on the truck?
Puzzle pieces. Puzzle pieces are a symbol of autism. There's 4 different colors. There's a red, a light blue, a dark blue, and a yellow.
Isaiah has a talent. Tell us what that is.
Isaiah can recite anything after the first time hearing it. Either TV, commercial, music on the radio, he's able to recite it right back after the first time.
What would you say is your dream for Isaiah in the future?
Whew. As a mother, a dream for any child is for him to be able to be a adult that can be able to function on his own and be able to have a family of his own, to be able to support his family. So.
Hi, I'm Tim Rowe with Rowe & Hamilton, and I'm proud to be a sponsor of Tite Rides. Every week we'll be bringing you hot legal and safety tips that will make you a more knowledgeable and a more safe driver on the road. I've been practicing law for 26 years here in Indianapolis, and I represent the people that have been injured in car accidents, people that have lost wages, that have had devastating and serious injuries that have affected their lives. And I enjoy helping these type of people put their lives back together again. So again, I'm proud to be a sponsor of Tite Rides and help you to be a better driver on the road.
Asylum Auto Works started April of 2009. It was a culmination of a lot of ideas. We came up with the Asylum Auto Works just because the stuff we do to cars, people tend to say is crazy. Why does the guy have all those speakers in his car? What is he crazy? Why does he have those huge wheels on his car? That guy must be crazy. And well, look at the crazy paint job on that car. So we figured all these crazy people need an asylum.
With Asylum, I mean, We do anything under the sun that we can imagine. If it's never been done before, we're going to try it. We might be going in just as blind as everybody else, but we'll figure out a way to make it work. Now, whether we'll get there overnight is another story. It might take us 2 months to figure it out, but we'll get it done one way or another.
In Indianapolis, there is no other single shop that does everything. You can bring a car straight from a junkyard, and within a matter of a few months, we'll turn it into a show car.
Right now, we're actually sanding the vehicle down. We're prepping the paint. The clear coat, if it's not sanded, the paint will actually not adhere properly to the vehicle. The way it goes is if it's not porous, the paint will not bite into the vehicle. Clear coat is a sealant, and if it's sanded down, the paint will actually adhere properly. If not adhered properly to the vehicle, the paint will actually end up flaking off the vehicle.
Scott is he's a closet freak. He really is. Well, I don't know if you call him a closet freak. He's pretty freaky on the outside too.
The Boy Scouts actually paid off, learning how to sharpen a pencil with a knife. All right, now that most of the scuffing has been on the vehicle, the truck, what we need to do now is actually go through the meticulous work of getting all the dents and the dings and the scratches out of the body of the vehicle. It is very meticulous work. It sucks. It has to be done. It'll take who knows how many hours. The more you do, the more flat spots and odd spots you'll find. So it's really meticulous, but it has to be done. Now that we have the body filler put in to where all the scratches and dents and dings are, what we're going to do is go through with the block sander and actually sand down where all the scratches are to make sure it's level with the surrounding surface. So all you would do with block sanding is just go in the same direction, left and right, as well as up and down on block sanding. And what you do is you continue going with it and going with it and going with it until it's perfectly smooth. Sometimes you have to refill, go back in with filler. Sometimes you have to hammer it down a little bit. It just depends. Like I said, it sucks.
So right now we just finished up all the air ride on the truck. As you can see, we had to cut a large section out of the bed here to make room for the C-notches and all the bracing, as well as the 4-link suspension that went in. Now we have to cover all these holes up in the bed with sheet metal work. So what I have to do is I have to finish cutting out the rest of the fender wells here to make room for the tires to come up into the bed. And once we get this cut out, we have wheel tubs, which will fit right inside of the bed like this. This will all be welded into place. So there's gonna be a whole lot of grinding going on.
The autism truck, we actually have not gone as far as that with most trucks. Usually it's something basic, air ride suspension or wheels and tires, just paint and body. The autism truck, we're actually taking it as far as we can take it. Sound system, wheels and tires, suspension, full body paint, everything.
So today we're going to install the recessed license plate frame. The reason that we're doing this is not only for a custom look, but this truck's also going to be getting a roll pan. And as you can see, this custom roll pan does not have a license plate bracket on it. So to stay with kind of the custom look and just kind of what's popular today, we're going to install this recessed license plate frame.